can't never say how. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say now. Oh, now. Give it to me like you need it, baby. Want you to hear me screaming, have you breathing. I don't need a reason, baby. I want it till you get right. I can get it to you right, baby. I wanna be healing. I can be real good. We don't get these feelings. Hey, I need some love.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, in this video, we delve into the serious allegations made against Will Smith, you guys. Will Smith has made it to the headlines, and this is a lawsuit, okay? So, first and foremost, in this video, we delve into the serious allegations made against Will Smith by professional violinist Brian King Joseph A lawsuit filed in Los Angeles just before the new year claims that Smith engaged in behavior described as deliberately grooming and priming. Now, before we just go any further, I would like to give you guys a trigger warning. Um, Very triggering. Joseph for potential. Okay, so a lawsuit filed in Los Angeles just before a new year claims that Smith engaged in behavior described as deliberately grooming and priming Joseph for potential sexual exploitation. We will explore the details of the lawsuit, the implications of these accusations, and the broader conversation surrounding accountability in the entertainment industry. Join us as we analyze the legal documents and discuss the impact of such allegations on both individuals involved and a public perception of celebrity culture. Stay informed and engage with this developing story. So we're going to go ahead and get into the loss. I mean, to the news article because the news outlets have been reporting that Will Smith is being sued, and you know this is what I've been seeing for the longest. A lot of people, they feel like, oh my God, it just happens to women. Like I said, the guys are vulnerable as well. So the guys are vulnerable as well. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. Will Smith sued for sexual harassment, accused of deliberately grooming tour violinist. Brian King Joseph alleges actor was grooming him during during 2025 tour after mysterious hotel room break-in. Now, this was published on January 1st, 2026. Will Smith was accused of sexual harassment by Brian King Joseph in a lawsuit filed in Los Angeles just before the new year, according to documents obtained by a legal news outlet. Joseph, a professional violinist, alleges Smith was deliberately grooming and priming Mr. Joseph for further sexual exploitation. In the complaint against the Academy Award winning actor and associate with his Trey Ball Studios Management Inc. following his first performance with Smith in December 2024. The Getting Jiggy With It singer allegedly hired Joseph to join his based on a true story 2025 tour. Jada Pickett Smith allegedly hurled unalive threats at husband's ex associate, faces 3 million. Now y'all know that Bilal has faced off a lawsuit. Now we have this young gentleman facing off a lawsuit as well. This doesn't look good for the Smiths. And you know what? At this point, it's not even about what it looks like. It's this needs to be addressed. If this is going on, when we think about August Alsina, but let me go ahead and get back into this article. Joseph claimed their relationship grew even closer after Smith offered him the chance to play on several tracks of the rapper's upcoming album. Smith and Plaintiff began spending additional time alone, with Smith even telling Plaintiff that you and I have such a special connection that I don't have with anyone else. And other similar expressions indicating his closeness to Plaintiff, documents stated. Joseph allegedly joined the first leg of the tour in March 2025 in Las Vegas, where he was provided a hotel room booked by Smith and his team. He claimed no other individuals besides for the crew and hotel staff would have access to his personal room. The violinist who competed on America's Got Talent in 2018 claimed to place his room key in his bag, which was left in a van responsible for transporting the cast and crew around. Following a rehearsal at the venue, management allegedly spent hours retrieving the bag. When Joseph returned to his hotel room later that evening, he claimed to have discovered evidence suggesting that an unknown person had unlawfully entered the room. Joseph subsequently called hotel security. The evidence included a handwritten note addressed to plaintiff by name, which read, Brian, I'll be back no later than 5:30. Just us. Drawn heart. Stone F. The lawsuit stated. Among the remaining belongings were wipes, a beer bottle, a red backpack, a bottle of HIV medication with another individual's name, an earring, and hospital discharge paperwork belonging to a person unbeknownst to plaintiff. Joseph feared that an unknown individual would return to his room to engage in sexual acts, documents said, and he immediately notified hotel security and representatives for defendant. Obtained photo documentation, requested a room change, and called the local non-emergency police line 311 to report the incident. Now, as we go on here, you guys brace yourselves. Trigger warning once again. All right, so as we go on, it says days later, Joseph claimed Smith's team began blaming him for the incident. Rather than being protected against further assault and for attempting to understanding plaintiff's complaint, plaintiff was shamed by defendant and told that he was being terminated. The complaint stated, when plaintiff requested for further reasoning, Tim Miller, acting on behalf of defendants, redirected the blame for the termination onto plaintiff, replying, I don't know you. You tell me, because everyone is telling me that what happened to you is a lie. Nothing happened, and you made the whole thing up. So tell me, why did you lie and make this up? Joseph, on the request of Miller, complied a timeline to explain the traumatic series of events that occurred that evening. However, following plaintiff's report and termination, defendant hired another violinist to assume the same position on the tour. Documents stated this hiring strongly suggested that defendant stated reason for the termination was pretextual. Joseph claimed the facts strongly suggest that defendant Willard Carroll Smith II was deliberately grooming and priming Mr. Joseph further exploitation, sexual exploitation. The sequence of events, Smith's prior statements to plaintiff, and the circumstances of the hotel intrusion all point to a pattern of predatory behavior rather than an isolated incident. The lawsuit continued. Defendant's actions caused plaintiff severe emotional distress, economic loss, reputational harm, and other damages. Plaintiff was also harmed as a result of the stress of losing his job. His health deteriorated, causing major psychological damage. Plaintiff suffered from PTSD and other mental illness as a result of the termination. Representatives for Smith did not immediately respond to the outlet request for the comment. Now, Joseph's complaint came on the heels of a $3 million lawsuit filed against Jada Pinkett Smith by a former associate, Bilal Salam. Salam claimed Jada approached him with physical threats of violence and demanded he sign a non-disclosure agreement while at a private gathering at a movie theater in Calabasas for her husband's birthday in September of 2021. You know what I always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And even like when it comes to the Smiths, it's like no shade. I don't have anything against them. But when I talk about their children, like Jaden Smith and what's the other one? Jaden and Willow. I'd be concerned, to be honest. I'd be concerned. When I see those children, they're out and sometimes, you know, I feel like their parents, in my mind, were not really there for them the way that they needed. Because it's like, you got to think about it. These children, their parents are multimillionaires. It's not like they can't have anything that they want, right? Right? So they have everything at their hands and tips. I mean, you got the greatest food, you got the best schools, you got the nice rides, you got the cool friends. It's like you get the extravagant trips. So their lives are totally different from individuals coming up like from, the hood. They were brought into this world with kind of like a silver spoon in their mouth, you know? So that's the difference. Prayers to the violinist. I think that this this is the top of the year. And you talk about the Smiths are hit with a second lawsuit. Jada Pinkett Smith was hit with a $3 million lawsuit by Bilal. And actually he's been on Tasha K. So if you guys did not catch the interview with Bilal, he exposes allegedly the Smiths on Tasha K's channel. And I believe he's going back. He's done a second interview if he's not done it already. All right, so our next topic is definitely going to be, if you guys like sports, listen here. This is for you. The Mike Vrabel. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. All right. Hopefully, I'm correcting his name, pronouncing his name correctly. In this press conference recap, New England Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel addresses the. I'm gonna just call him Mike V. Okay, but he addresses the serious allegations surrounding star player Stefon Diggs and Christian Barmore. Diggs faces accusations of assaulting a private chef over a financial dispute, while Barmore is under scrutiny for domestic assault. Oh my goodness. they say that in this video, in this press conference recap, New England Patriots head coach Mike V addresses the serious allegations surrounding star players Stefon Diggs and Christian Barmore. Diggs faces accusations of assaulting a private chef over a financial dispute, while Barmore is under scrutiny for domestic assault and battery claims made by his girlfriend. Despite the gravity of these situations, V maintains that he is not disappointed by the recent developments. Join us as we delve into the details of the press conference and discuss the potential implications for the Patriots season. Stay informed and engage with the latest updates on your favorite team. Okay. So, Mike V, of course, he speaks out. I mean, he has no choice to. The Patriots wide receiver and defensive tackle have both been charged with assault this week. And this is like before we even crossed over into the new year. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is really going on? Patriots coach Mike V addressed the media on Wednesday afternoon for the first time since news of two of his players, wide receiver Stefon Diggs and defensive tackle Christian Barmore, facing criminal charges broke this week. Now, get into this. Diggs has been charged. Now, what has he been charged with? With felony strangulation or suffocation and misdemeanor assault and battery stemming from an incident that occurred on December the 2nd of 2025. According to court documents, the 31-year-old has been accused of attacking his female personal chef at his home in Dedham, Massachusetts, over a pay dispute. Barmore, meanwhile, is facing charges of assault and battery from an alleged incident that occurred on August the 8th in Mansfield, Massachusetts, between him and an ex-girlfriend, according to court documents. Okay. The victim alleged that the two got into an argument over food and the temperature in his bedroom before he grabbed her and threw her to the floor before she could scream for help. The victim also alleges Barmore grabbed her by the shirt in the area of her neck before letting her go. And guess what happened? Here's what the coach had to say regarding both players on Wednesday. Given that Coach V has okay, hold on, let me see. Given that Coach V has preached to his Patriots to make good decisions off the field, let's see, he was asked about his level of disappointments regarding two of his players dealing with these allegations. He said, not disappointed at all. He explained, these are allegations, is things that we have to handle, and every day that there's distractions, some are smaller than others, I'm confident that we'll focus on the Dolphins, and those two individuals will be able to handle the ongoing legal process. New England will close out its 2025 regular season on Sunday at home against the Dolphins. Okay, so listen here. Reports Stefon Diggs facing strangulation assault charges. The New England pass catcher is scheduled to be arraigned on Friday, January the 23rd. Okay. Now he'll be in court Friday, January the 23rd. Patriots. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. What is going on? Okay. We just lost that story. All right. So in that case, being that I don't want to, like go too deep in it because for one, DV is nothing to laugh about. DV is nothing to play about. I don't think it's ever okay for anybody to put their hands on anybody. That's male or female. Um, I feel like there should be like some type of counseling therapy that these individuals get into, because it's like you're out here making millions of dollars and you don't have no type of therapy. Like we're like these therapists, like what's going on? This seemed like anger issues, and then you got to talk about CTE in the NFL. You got those head injuries. I mean, you got it's just so much that comes along with it. I feel like there should be some type of protocol or something in place for these players. You know, it's like they're good when they're on the field, but then they're acting the ass when they're out in the public or even in these relationship and making, headline news. So let's go ahead and get into it. Our next story. All right, you all. So our next story is actually going to be Drake and some more. In this video, we delve into the latest legal challenges facing music superstar Drake, popular streamer Aiden Ross, and the online gambling platform Stake. This marks the third lawsuit against the trio, with the most recent filing being a federal RICO case. The lawsuit alleges that they have been using tips to artificially boost Drake's music, raising serious questions about the ethics of music promotion in the digital age. As Drake works on his highly anticipated solo album, Iceman, we explore the implications of this legal battle on his career and the broader entertainment industry. Join us as we break down the details of the lawsuit, its potential impact, and what it means for fans and followers of these prominent figures. Okay, now listen here. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is the third lawsuit against Drake's Stake and Aiden Ross, and alleges they are using tips to artificially boost Jersey's music. Drake may be working on his highly anticipated new solo album, Iceman, but he has some legal trouble to deal with along the way. He kick he and kick streamer Aiden Ross and the online gambling platform Stake have reportedly been hit with another class action lawsuit, specifically a federal RICO this time around, for alleged illegal gambling promotions. According to Lauren LaRosa on Twitter, the lawsuit alleges that the co-defendants, along with George Nigel, have been using. Okay, let's get up into it. All right, so it says that they have been using stakes tipping feature to give each other money. Now let's pause there. Allegedly, and we got to say allegedly because we don't know, but this is what's coming out. So y'all are sitting here sending each other money to make your streams go up. I mean, I'm not familiar with this, but let's go ahead and get into the story. It says um that the co-defendants, along with George Nigel, have been using State's tipping feature to give each other money. The RICO accuses them of using that money to artificially boost Jersey's music streams across major distribution platforms and digital streaming services. In addition, through Stake's tipping function, defendants have financed their combined artificial streaming botting to create fraudulent streams of Drake's music, fabricate popularity, disparage competitors and music label executives, distort recommendation algorithms, and distribute financing for all of the foregoing while concealing the flow of funds. Two plaintiffs reportedly alleged in the filing. Now, furthermore, the lawsuit claims that the Toronto superstar knowingly and willingly allowed for his alleged co-conspirators to make encrypted transfers as giveaways, widely unavailable to the public. In addition, it alleges one $100,000 tip transfer between Ross and the Sixth God in 2023. It also brought up Drake's 2024 Drizmas giveaway stream with Aiden Ross as an example of the defendants allegedly cycling through tips among themselves to fuel botting and paid engagement tactics. Oh my goodness. Now, Lauren LaRosa says she's reached out to Drake's team on this, no word back so far. Wow. Okay, so not only that, but the lawsuit reportedly mentioned a $220,000 car that Stake allegedly gifted to Ross days before this New Year's Eve filing. La Rosa stated that she reached out to the boys' team for a comment and hasn't received a response as of writing this article. The lawsuit appeared in the United States District Court of the Eastern District of Virginia, according to a news outlet. It accuses the co-defendants of promoting an illegal gambling operation and seeks $5 million in damages. The report also identifies the plaintiffs as allegedly being Lashana Ridley and Tiffany Hines, or Stake.us users within the United States in the filing. Drake received similar lawsuits last year in New Mexico and in Missouri. He did a stream give away part of his stake earning mere days ago. Now, listen, my thing is, it's like just greedy, selfish. At this point, just get a ghostwriter. At this point, just get a ghostwriter. You know what I'm saying? Like, the why even go through the motions of all that? You know what I'm saying? Like, mm, nah, count me out. Listen here. This was your news hour. Thank you all for tuning in with me. I will see you on the next broadcast. So long.